Namaste. Continuing in our series of Kautilyan psychology and its application in personal and professional life, we have been speaking about Daan. And if you listen to the previous video, you will also recollect it is particularly applicable to the type which is called luptha. Now, luptha are those who are driven by, hey, what's in it for me? So if their temperament is what's in it for me, it has to be addressed by implying what's in it for you. It needn't be outright visible. It could be, but sometimes it is just subtle. Okay, let's take a few examples. So let's start with the Mahabhaarat. Everyone knows that there was a time when both Arjun and Duryodhan reached the residence of Sri Krishna at the same time. In fact, it was Duryodhan who wanted to make sure that he is the first one to catch Sri Krishna's attention because he knew what he wanted. And Arjun, however, was patient enough. And when both of them saw that Sri Krishna was sleeping, taking a nap, visibly at least, they decided to wait until he wakes up. But now look at their attitudes. While Duryodhan takes a place near the head of Sri Krishna, Arjun, in humility, takes a place which is right next to his feet on the other side of the bed. Sri Krishna, as expected, wakes up and he sees both of them one after the other. So Duryodhan starts saying, but I came first. But Sri Krishna says, but since Arjun is standing in front of me, when my eyes opened, he was the one I saw first. But not to disappoint Duryodhan, he said, look, I have two things on offer. One is, you can either seek me, but remember, I'm not going to fight in the war for Mahabhaarat. And I have my Sena, also called as the Narayani Sena, and you can make a choice between both of these. But I will give Arjun the first choice because I saw him first. Duryodhan for a moment feels disappointed, but he's delighted when Arjun says, I want only you. I don't need the army. It is you, your mentorship, your companionship that I seek. Krishna says, I hope, Arjun, you remember, I am not going to fight the war, but I will be with you. Arjun says, that's all I want. Duryodhan over there was mysteriously smiling because he thought that it was a big faux pas by Arjun. And seeming as if like, I'm so disappointed. He tells Sri Krishna, now what choice do I have but to take the Narayani Sena? Internally he was very delighted because the Narayani Sena, consisting of all the Yadavs, was never defeated earlier. And he went away happily. Now, see what happened over here. Both Arjun and Duryodhan were delighted. Okay, I'm not going to the rest of Mahabharata, you know the story. Both were delighted. This process of giving them what they want, at least psychologically, and them feeling joyful about it, is called Dana. Okay, that's example number one. Now, let's look at example number two. This is in our everyday lives. Think about all the things nowadays that catch your attention on television, on billboards, everywhere around you, on your mobile. What do they say? Take this and you get this free. Or they say you get this 30% extra. Or they say you take this and we will ensure that you get an offer which continues for so and so period. All these are examples of Dana, my dear friend. Because Dana is actually creating also an interest in you for more and more. But I'm not talking about the general Dana. I'm talking about those people who believe in what's in it for me. Suddenly for them, it satisfies their need that if I take this, I am getting this extra. You're getting it? Therefore, Dana is a very powerful way to satisfy those who internally are driven by what's in it for me. Now let's take a last example. Did you notice this chart behind me? This is the column of Daan. Okay? And Daan comes in three categories. You see, this Daan is for those who are relatively immature. Okay? This category is, the middle category is for those who are a little more mature. And this category is for those who are evolved as employees. Now, if you are a team leader or you are a senior executive, you have now a method that is given by Acharya Chanakya how you can satisfy all of these three categories, provided you have studied very carefully and you have confirmed that indeed they belong to Lubdha, or what's in it for me, also called as Visnu. In which case, to the one who is quite evolved, what do they enjoy most? Autonomy or freedom, right? If you've read even the book called Drive by Daan, he confirms this. They are looking for autonomy or freedom. If on the other hand, you are looking at the kind who is moderately mature, for them they are looking at increment, they are looking at praise, they are looking for more authority. I've known people who have said, when am I getting people below me, under me? That shows that they are looking for what's in it for me in that role. And if you come to junior people or those who are less evolved, they really show no value for autonomy and relatively less value for things like power. Relatively. What are they seeking? They are seeking immediate benefit, which we call as incentives, or some material benefit, which could be a new mobile, which could be, food at times, can be, a holiday. Therefore, for our best employees, we give them dana and send them for a foreign vacation. Okay? Now, the last part is for you to think, how do you want to use this powerful expedient called dana? I wish you all luck. Please write in and I'll be happy to discuss this in our next installment, and where we'll go to the next two expedients. Dhanyavad.